podcast while you're driving, sir.
What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Mike Robinson, and this is another episode of Let's Take a Walk. I hope everybody is having a great week so far. Yeah. I know I usually air on Fridays, but today is a special day. It's a special night. I got two great, gifted, talented individuals from the hit YouTube series Virginia, the drama series. I'm sure you recognize them. You probably know them as Roman and Victor. But I have the privilege of knowing these guys as Luther and BJ. So we're gonna sit down with them and just kind of pick their brain about the series and some of the other things that they have going on, because these brothers are like an onion. They got a lot of layers, man. So we're gonna try to peel back some of them layers and see, what's really good. Yes, so for those of you who may not be familiar with either one of their movements, I'm going to give them an opportunity to kind of reintroduce themselves and give a little background on who they are and some of the things they've been up to. So with that being said, it's on you, Lou.
Yo, what's up, everybody? Lou Shea here, aka Luke the Chambers. That's my government. But so glad to be here. And Mike, thank you for having me on your platform. Appreciate you, man.
No problem at all, man.
And as you said, I got many layers. I'm a musician, an actor. I'm a creative. I do photography, videography, graphics, voiceovers. I mean, whatever God has blessed me to do, man, I love doing what I do. Life is fun. Work ain't work. So I'm appreciative, grateful.
You're a talented brother. I give you that 100%.
I appreciate you, B. Thank you, man.
I am BJ Estes. I work for a door engineering company. That's my 9 to 5. I do security, personal event spaces. I mentored a lot of youth. Some of it be accidental. I'll just get phone calls in the middle of the night. Hey, I need you to talk to my son before I do something to him. Hey, I gotta get up. I gotta get up and go with the call. Please don't lay no hands on no child. That book is not in the Bible. So so mentor. I'm big on community activists. I made mistakes in my past, and I see a lot of youngers, and they kind of teeter in the fence and they kind of walk on that line. So I try to catch them so they don't make some of the same mistakes that I made, which led me to prison, et cetera, et cetera. So, actor now, thanks to the show.
Yes, he is.
Yeah, actor. I have 2 characters up there. Man, let me fall back. I'm gonna wait for Big Dog.
Wow. So like I said, man, these guys do a lot of things and they're very active in their community. They are not one-dimensional individuals. So let's start off. I mean, let's get right into it. Since as I'm looking at it, it's Lou then BJ. So we'll just do it like that. So I ask the question, then Lou, then BJ.
Why Lou always gotta go first? Why Lou always gotta go first?
Listen. We can do it. We can do it the other way around. Okay.
No. Hey, you know what? No. You know how humble I am, BJ. I want BJ to go first.
I get to go first.
Yes, sir.
Shoot. Okay.
Yes, sir.
You let the young buck go. I'm the young buck when it comes to you. I appreciate it, sir.
That's right. I learned some things at my age, man. Wisdom.
Okay.
Mr. Mike, what you want me to chime in? Would you like me to chime in on the series? How I met Lou?
Yeah.
How many suits he got?
Let's start from the beginning, man. How did you even get involved with the project?
So one of the directors, he's a family friend. One of the directors, Mark Mills, and he's my mother's other son. So he's been telling me for about 2 years now, man, I'm gonna do this movie. I'm gonna start getting the film. I'm doing it, and I had a podcast as well. I haven't filmed this year, but I had crazy views. I've been so busy with everything else. Like like it's like Lou said, God been blessing. And so
Mm.
many things needed my attention now. I had to put mine to the side. But he was always told me, he said, bro, you good with the camera. He said, I know you. I know it'll be perfect for you. Yeah, some way, some bro, I can get you in there. So he got me in there. I came for a script read, and it's his words, I killed it, and we've been off and running ever since then, and I'm blessed, and I'm very happy for the opportunity. This don't just happen, and we doing something major like this.
For sure.
This is Virginia, and it's doing it with people from Virginia or people that live in Virginia, and we making noise. Like you got real A-list Hollywood actors, Nate Parker, Tim Reed, who actually met us, follow us, and made comments on our stuff. Like, and it's only been like 6 months of doing this, so like hashtag humble, man. Like the blessings are coming. I'm grateful.
Word.
Yes,
Word.
sir. Okay, Mr. Lou.
Now, Lou, you can go now, Lou.
Is there anything left? Yo, but for real, I've been involved in the arts for a while, especially through music. I'm a full-time musician. I play for my church, and I also gig with different bands here and there. Where I'll put a band together for certain occasions. But also, I was heavy into the plays, stage plays. Shout out to my man Dan.
Oh, he froze up a little bit.
Or he driving through a dead zone. I told you to park that car.
And
There he is.
the
Hey, you gotta
the
say it again, Lou. You froze up. You gotta say it
the thing
again.
about the plays, they exposed me to acting. They exposed me to um, a different world. I don't know if y'all can still hear me or not because I'm getting a message that the internet connection is janky. I don't
No,
know.
we
Can
can
y'all
hear
see
you.
me? Oh, boom. Can y'all hear me, Mike?
I can
Yeah.
hear you. Yeah, we can hear you.
Mike, can you hear me?
I
I don't know if you can hear me.
I can hear you.
Might be frozen. Okay, I can see that y'all can hear me. I just can't hear y'all because I'm on my iPad too.
Yeah, I was
All
say you
right,
must got an
I'm
iPhone.
gonna come off and come right back on. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm
Okay.
gonna just do the smart thing.
I can hold it down. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go get some food. This is all day. This is all day, every day.
Okay. So okay, let's go into Roman, right?
Yeah, I got
Um,
I play two characters up there. Yeah, on the series. I play two characters. Roman, one name is Roman and one name is BJ. My actual name.
wow. See, I didn't get that. I gotta watch that again. I did
You
not
gotta
get that.
watch it. You gotta watch it again. Matter of fact, it's Lou. It's actually Lou that exposed my other character, because I'm
Mm,
known in the series as Roman, private security. For like upper echelon people. Millionaires, et cetera, et cetera. Okay, you back though.
Yes, sir. My bad.
All right, go on, sit
Yeah.
still for a minute. I got it. I'm gonna drive the bus. I got you, man. Hold on tight.
I got a helmet on.
Yeah,
yeah.
helmet
So
on here.
so
Better.
yeah, like give me a little background on Roman's character, man, and how much is Roman? How much are you Roman or Roman you?
Okay. So the first character, Roman, Roman is the personal security, private security for like successful people. And my girlfriend in the TV series actually works for a millionaire guy. And he needs security because he got real stuff going on in his life. Like
Right.
people is on his top, they want his money, they want his life. So he contracts me, hires me to be his personal security. On the flip side, I have another life outside of that, and I also a contract hitman who is hired by your guest, Mr. Lou. His name Victor on the cast. Now, the people who know me for the contract and stuff, those know me by BJ. And that's when he called
Mm.
me on the phone one day, like BJ, I need you to do something. I got to hit on Mark, and I was literally sitting in the office with Mark when he called me.
Hmm.
Got
And
you.
I'm a
Okay.
lot like BJ.
Okay. You know what? Okay, so I got it mixed up. What I thought was that you worked for Victor as Roman, but you were
Other way
working for
around.
Victor,
Nope.
messing with Mark, but you were
Yeah.
working like a double agent, kind of like.
Yeah,
Okay,
no,
not
no.
okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's
got it,
still it's
got
still
it.
kind of like a double agent, but when I work for
Yeah.
Mark, The personal security world, private security, know me as Roman. The guys, the big companies and the businesses and the people that want people out of here, they know me as BJ. That's the hitman.
Got you. Okay.
Yeah. And
Okay. That's
Victor
what's up.
contract me.
Got you. And so, okay. So again, how much is Roman you and BJ as well? How much is Roman and BJ you, or vice versa? Like, how much of that character is like, is that your personality? How does that fit your personality?
Uh, honestly, since we you know,
Keep it a
no
hundred. Keep it a hundred, B.
keep it on it. All right.
Keep it a hundred.
Roman. All right, first character, Roman. Roman is a lot like me because I do personal security. I've done in my real life. I've done personal security for too many celebrities account. I've done it at the clubs, events, and all that. So I've done that. I've been around those type of people. So it's like I'm professional. I'm pay attention to detail. You know, that is a whole lot like me. And on the flip side, BJ, the character, the hitman, you know, I'm not running around here doing nothing in these streets, but I do have a temper. So I can't turn up on you if that's what you asked for.
Right.
Talk to me
Okay.
nice.
Talk to me
Talk to me
nice.
nice.
Talk to me nice. That was a real life
Right.
saying. That was a real life saying I put in that series and it took off.
Right.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, Mr. Victor, the same question for you. How did you get involved with the project? And tell me a little bit about Victor. Like, what's your interpretation? Like, how does what is who or what is Victor to you?
Word. Getting involved with the project, Issa and I, Issa is our the he's a producer, a lot creative, real creative dude, as far as filming, shooting, writing, and he contacted me. We had just did a little small project together, which I don't even know if it saw the light of day, to be honest. But we knew of each other. We just hadn't worked together. As far as I knew he did film, I knew he did, work with cameras, photography, the whole nine, do the same thing. But it was just, I think God just ordered this step right here. We just put us together. The timing was right because I just finished one huge project this year. I filmed 3 movies this year.
Wow.
One called Baby Mama, Candy Shop, and I believe it's called A Second Chance. I keep tearing the name up. I done did the graphics for this thing and everything. But 3 films I just finished. They have not dropped yet. They're getting ready to drop. But in all of that, as soon as I finished filming, I was able to connect with Issa and get on with these guys. I came in episode 3 in this season. And so Victor, as far as my interpretation of him, he's a businessman who's street savvy, but he plays hardball in the corporate world, but he's dirty as far as how he treats people. He's greedy. He wants what he wants. He's gonna get what he want to get, and by any means necessary. Matter of fact, he's pressing your boy Mark about this contract, but he don't like how Mark moving and shaking, so he's trying to flip the contract, to fit him. My connection with him too is BJ has some, not BJ, that's BJ, of course. Victor has he has a certain swag about himself, and I do dress in this series all the time. BJ was talking about it, but I'm gonna tell you where that comes from. My dad, and I rock my t-shirts and jeans and everything, but when I'm on, I always think about my dad. When my dad's doing business, he's a preacher too, by the way, up in Philly. That's where I'm from. And he's always got his suits on, and he's just always looking good. He's always looked good. So that part of him, I've always taken with me into things like this, into production, into filming. Rock a suit, feel that swag,
Right, right.
I never
Wow.
seen you in jeans and t-shirts, sir.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, listen, man. I was talking to Lou about a week ago, and I was telling him how I took my son to the barbershop. I was taking my son to get his haircut. And so, barbershop talk. We talk about everything, boxing, sports, music, what have you, right? And
Yeah.
um somebody brought up the series, and at that point, I had been seeing the postings for it, but I hadn't actually watched the
Yeah.
series yet. So somebody brought it up, and then there's like, "Yo, yeah, yeah, you know, Victor, blah 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 blah, Roman, blah blah blah, you know, this character, this that," and so it's like I was laughing. I was telling Lou that it was almost like if you didn't know better, you would think that they were talking about actual people that have done
With these days.
actual these things, the things that they're talking about. They think you would think that they're actually going on. You know what I mean? And so
Wow.
that really sparked my interest. And so as soon as I got a moment, I just I watched the first episode, and then immediately I had to watch the second one. And so before I knew it, I'd watched all six of the episodes. And I was like, man, this is really dope.
Yeah.
And the fact that, fact that it was done in Virginia, and all the
Yeah.
and most and the actors was from Virginia, was really awesome. And so what does that mean? What does that mean to you, for everything to be like so homegrown like that? Like, what does that mean? What does that really mean to you?
It
Yo,
means
go ahead, BJ. I'm sorry. You good?
no. Age before youth, if you want.
I do want to say shout out to Issa Bolden and Mark Clark.
Absolutely.
These two dudes right here. Watch out for them. Their names are going to come up.
They're gonna ring bells.
Yes, they're gonna be ring bells. The names will be in lights. Issa, Mark, they are pushing all of us into a direction that is good for VA, I think too. And the fact that it's in Virginia, I mentioned earlier, I'm from Philly, but I came here on purpose. I came here through the military. Actually left, came back, wanted to grow my family here, and Virginia's dope. Don't let anybody talk you out of that or let anybody say anything bad about VA. This is home now,
Right.
so
Right.
VA is dope. I still got people's back in Philly, but this is home.
Yeah.
And I promise you, there's so much talent here, and so many people that's willing to work together and network with each other. And not even that, but the support and the love that comes from those that's not even really, that's not on the cast or anything, but there's a lot of support from outside of the cast. And
Mhm.
I know that this is going to be a great situation. It's just, I think this is just destined for that, for that star.
What make it so dope, is the behind the scenes. Like everything that everybody don't see. Like
Yeah.
we're acting, we're doing something. We got a common goal, we got an agenda. But all actuality, everybody get along. Everybody, we have little group hours. We know we're supposed to have more, but everybody's scheduled because everybody their own boss. Everybody on top of their game. And then like Mark and Issa, they are visionaries. Like they gonna be the people at the end of time. Like you start looking back at people and be like, yo, they was really dope. They was ahead of their time. They gonna be those people in those conversations. Some people gonna give them their flowers while they're allowed to smell it. And then I like, for example, the season finale, episode 7, they vision. It was pretty much like, okay, Hollywood, California, Hollywood got the Oscars and the Grammys. We got talent in Virginia and
That's
people that can
facts.
so many talents, some of the best football players, best basketball players, best boxers, everything. So we can do this acting thing too. So they transferred the Oscars and the Grammys to Virginia. When we had our season 7 premiere, they had the real
Man,
red carpet rollout, had backdrops, 3D camera, rented a big building, and like the registration, they was nervous about getting 100 people in the building. They had to cut the
Wow.
registration off because so many people was coming to witness this with us. It was over 150, and they cut the registration off, and then
Right.
probably like another 100 people came. So it's
right.
like their
Wow.
vision, like I never thought of that. I'm pretty sure Lou ain't think of that. But Mark and Issa vision, they're like, nah, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. Put on your Sunday best. Guys wear tuxes, wear suits. Ladies wear ball gowns, dress them babies up. Them elders, make sure they got suits too. And everybody came in there and everybody was top notch, top tier, upper echelon. And it was just like that was something. All the things I've been through in my life, that was something I would never forget when I walked in that building and I seen that and saw how
Yeah.
all those people, all those black people put together in one room. Not
Black
one argument, not
excellence.
not one argument, not one fight. It was
Mm-mm.
all love,
All love.
all of the whole entire night, and everybody put on.
That's
Yeah, that
dope.
was
And
excellent. Excellent.
and you know what? To kind of add to that, like I'm from New York, but I always wanted to live in Virginia. Like when I was in the military, the I mainly hung around.
Virginia?
I mainly hung around dudes from Virginia for some reason, not on purpose, but I just always ended up with dudes from Virginia.
Yeah,
And when I got a chance to come here, I came. You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah.
always like it because it kind of gives you the best of both worlds. It kind of
yeah,
reminds me of home, but it also has like a southern feel to it
Southern
too.
yeah.
feel,
City,
yeah.
But
city
It's a
and
hub.
country.
right, right.
It's a
But
hub.
but the
Yeah.
point the point that I want to make is that a lot of times we venture out trying to find opportunity when we got the ability to create opportunity. And I
Mm.
think with Virginia, the drama series is just an example of what that means. Like you can instead of trying to get noticed, you can create opportunities for you try to get noticed for somebody to give you an opportunity. You got the opportunity to create your own. You know what I'm saying? You create your
Yeah.
own opportunities to get noticed and get notoriety. And again, the whole Virginia dynamic of it is super, super dope. And I'm gonna tell you, not to blow her head up. I never met her, whatever like that. But there are two characters. Like I said, I was in the barbershop and these dudes are talking about you guys like you are actual people, like your characters are actual real.
What
I'm gonna
barbershop
tell
is
you.
that? So we can pull up on them and say thank you.
Say that again.
What
Yeah, what
barbershop
barbershop
is
is it?
that? So we can pull up on them and say thank you.
Shout out to Jamal, the King. They call him King. Um, I believe his last name is Whitaker.
What city? What city? The name of the
Newport
barbershop.
News. Well,
We,
Hampton, Hampton, Hampton. He's in Hampton. He's in Hampton.
oh yeah, that was
Um,
my city.
yeah, he's he, his barbershop is always full, and so like I said, they're talking about people like your girlfriend on the series.
Sasha. Yeah.
Yo, like she is going to be
Barbershop
that
folklore.
one of the memorable characters. Right,
Hey,
right.
hey, look, they
Because
got to be careful.
these
She got a
dudes is
boyfriend
like,
in the
yo, right, yo,
Kim,
she
if you
she her character. I'm gonna tell you her character and the guy
Mercedes.
that the guy that Mark he's messing with the guy's girlfriend or whatever. It's
Mercedes.
Yeah,
her and
Mercedes.
her
Yeah,
too. Yo,
Mercedes.
them two right there, like they are like standout characters in barbershop talk. And if y'all know and y'all are dudes, so y'all know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, we
Y'all
know how
know
the
what I mean.
barbershops be. We know how they are.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
I'm
so
gonna believe the film.
you know what I mean. But
I know what you mean.
yeah, but that's a good thing though.
That's what's up, man.
Um
That's what's up.
that's a good thing. And Victor, not to mention Victor is a staple character. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like
Wow.
he is Lucius.
Eesh.
Lucius, you know what I'm
Lucius
saying? He's
Lines.
Lucius. You know what I'm saying?
Lucius Lines.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like,
Yeah.
it's really dope. Let me
Thank
let
you.
me ask you
Thank you.
this. This might be. I'm just gonna ask it. How
Go
how
ahead.
how has your life changed since you did this? If at all, how has your life changed since you've done the series?
Lou, you go first, Lou. You go first, Lou.
Um, well, I will say this before I answer that. My wife, Mrs. Deidre Chambers, she keep me real humble. Mike, you met her.
Mhm.
Yes,
She
sir.
she a boss, and
Yes, sir.
and I remember I was playing a character in a movie, and she said, don't bring that character in here. You when you hear, you my husband." I said, "Yes, ma'am." But for me, life has changed in the fact that you know how the word talks about your gifts will make room for you.
Make room, right?
Uh,
Hmm.
so calls are coming. Different people in different areas are interested. in the gift and the talent. Matter of fact, one of the films I did, I that was shot with the crew from Atlanta. Um, yeah. Matter of fact, the director is in Maryland, I want to say, but she's back and forth to Atlanta. The crew came up from Atlanta. They filmed. So I'm connecting with a lot of people who actually aren't even here in Virginia.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then I, there's the good and the bad. So you got to be prepared for a lot when things happen. There's a lot of weirdos, if you will.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, like they, it's a lot of weird people coming around. They're weird. And I'm nice to them. I try to, but I've learned how to handle them too.
Hmm.
But you know how it is when people want to get near you when you're doing something, and
Hmm.
some people are cool, some people real cool, but then it's just some weirdos. It's like, yo, I didn't think about this part. And so now I understand why, when you get to a certain level, some people got other people doing their social media, they got publicists,
Yeah.
because it's,
Right.
it's a lot to take in. So on one side, I'm like, yo, what's up? Hey, how you doing? And on another side, I'm like, I better not hold a conversation with this person because they seem a little crazy. Like, hey, I'm only playing the character.
Right. Right. Right.
Yeah.
How you
So
tell me? How you tell me to act right, and you up here acting up?
I think I put that nicely. I think.
Okay, you did. You did. You did. Now I haven't. I had a different perspective from Lou. I honestly haven't really encountered no weirdos and nothing like that, or like people just acting crazy. Um, I've had a lot more people reach out to me, but it's been a lot of positive because I had a lot of people reaching out to me for different opportunities to do certain things, and like random people I've never met before ever in life, and they reaching out, hey, I appreciate this. I seen your TV series. Y'all doing great things. I would like to do this with you if you're cool with it. I've had a lot of opportunities. Like I've probably like four different powerful opportunities. One already done, and there's probably like three more getting ready to come up. And
let's
it's gonna do
go.
some moving. It's gonna do some moving and shaking. And the worst I've encountered is I'm cordial, I'm respectful. I do have the BJ character side that's really in me, but I'm very respectful, very cordial. I'm a people person. So I've had people reach out, and some people want me to get them on the show, and I got to explain like, yo, I'm not the director. I'm not neither one of the directors. I don't make that call, but
Yeah,
I can
there's
do
a
my
lot of that.
part and pass it on. Some people's cool with it. Yeah, just if you could say something for me, boom, cool. And then some people, man, I ain't trying to hear that, man. You killing it up there. You can get it done. I'm like, oh, talk to me nice.
Talk to me nice.
Talk to me nice.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah, so
yeah.
that's about the worst. That's about the worst I done encountered. But yeah, and I ain't even had like him. I ain't got the fly suits and all that. So I don't got no groupies and stalkers and weirdo. I don't have that. I wear jeans and shirt for real.
I wasn't calling them that. I'm being nice. I'll talk to them.
Yeah.
They are weird though.
And the fact that you mentioned that, I think that is dope too. That the whole premise of the series is professional Black people. It's not
Yes.
nobody
No,
selling drugs. Well, yeah, it's nobody selling drugs. Nobody,
that ain't the
you know
sole
what I'm
basis
saying?
of it.
Yeah, yeah. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah,
it's not the typical hood movie where everybody, you know what I'm saying, on the streets, and it's real slick to me. And I can really respect, I
and,
really
and
respect that.
And that goes again. That
You
goes
know.
again to what I said earlier. That goes to Mark and Issa vision. And Mariah. Mariah had a lot of input too. That goes to their vision. Because their vision was different. They very well easily could have did it that way. But they wanted something different for Virginia and wanted to put on in a different light, in a different aspect. And it actually paid like tenfold.
Yeah.
Wow.
Matter of fact,
Wow.
I just saw them pop up. I think both of them are on watching right now.
Yeah, Issa and
And
Mark. Issa, Mark, and Jeremy popped up here.
yeah, they are definitely, I agree with you, BJ. Definitely they are visionaries. I can see that. And whenever I talk to Issa, I've said this to Mark too, in face to face, yo, I'm glad to be a part, and whatever y'all doing, I would always love to be a part. It's just a privilege to be a part of something dope because they aren't just putting stuff together. I mean, it makes sense. The storyline makes sense, but it also
Mhm.
is they're taking the time out to utilize what's in them, and for me that's big. I'm always encouraging somebody. Whatever you're doing, if you do flowers, then grow some nice flowers. If
Right.
you are a singer, sing. Speaking of singing, hey, BJ, that dude
I'm
next
not
to
singing.
you. No, I'm just telling you, the dude right next to you,
Yeah.
he can sing with like two A's in it. He can. Yeah,
Mike,
he said
oh,
no.
we gotta
He
change.
got
We gotta change
chops.
your name to. We gotta change your name to
Yeah.
Money Mike. Let me find out, man.
Hey, we're gonna take over the podcast. So tell us how you
All right,
started singing. No,
we
he's
talk about
dope.
that when the podcast over.
Yeah, he's dope, man. He's dope. He's dope. He's dope.
Y'all are crazy. Um, so let me ask you, personally, this might get y'all in trouble. It might not. So BJ,
Oh, you start with me when they're gonna get somebody in trouble. Ain't that something? You could have went straight to Lou. Lou be going first this whole night. Then you want to start with me when it's
listen,
trouble.
listen. I know you can handle it. I know
All
you
right,
can
Say it
come on,
again,
handle
come
it.
with it.
BJ.
Come with it. Let's go. Let's go.
Let's go. Let's
Okay, your
go.
character.
Yeah. Which
Um.
one? Which one? Roman or BJ?
Okay, let's go with Roman. Let's go with
Okay.
Roman. Let's start with Roman.
All right.
How? I mean, this first season is very powerful in and of itself, right?
Yeah.
And Roman has been kind of an intricate part of the whole situation, and
Yeah.
he's already done a whole bunch. Where would you like to see BJ next season?
Oh, BJ, I'm like, man, look, you ain't gonna get me in trouble. I'm gonna have you ask that. I'm gonna speak my piece. Absolutely. Yeah. What I would like to see, I would like to see
White
BJ.
people.
Yeah, BJ kind of got lit. See, in the beginning, Roman, they was filling Roman out. Found out he got a girlfriend. Then she got on the job working for the millionaire. Boom, boom, boom. So, and then like stuff happened when BJ wasn't at a particular place. Roman wasn't at a particular place. Stuff happened, so it kind of drifted away from Roman, and then BJ picked up because where Roman was not at, now BJ has to get active because of Victor. It was Victor that
Mm-hmm.
caused. It was Victor that caused the separation with BJ. So
Right, right,
I
right, right.
would love what I would like to see with Roman. I would like to see Roman have more personal security fling situations go on, far as him having to, choke slam somebody through a table or something like that. Um, yeah, I'm good. I'm good on the
Okay.
romance part. My character don't call, but I'm good with that, man. I'm good with that, man.
Yeah.
I
But
can
not
see you
and
there,
then
BJ. Yeah,
yeah,
call for your mama. Huh? Call for
and
your
then,
mama.
and then BJ, what I would like to see for the character BJ, I would like to see the character BJ have more dialogue and be more active because BJ has to talk to Victor. He has to talk to his two goons that he got hired with him now. So BJ have a lot of people he got to talk to, and then it's certain parts now because Victor's wife got kidnapped, and I'm hunting trying to find her for Victor. And it's a whole lot. So BJ got a whole bunch of different avenues that he can go in any direction with the character, however way they put it into play or how they write it. So I would love to see BJ get more active far as like dialogue and with the different people because I got a whole bunch of avenues. I'm ready to tap into all of them. And I
But
promise I go ahead.
but don't you think, like in BJ's case, don't you think he serves better as a more darker character that maybe kind of moves
That
quietly?
look, I think he serves better as a darker character, like you said, but I think he
Mhm.
needs to be more active. They need to see more
Okay.
of that darkness. You know,
Okay.
BJ starting to have some conversation. We need to see like how episode 7 started off with Mark. We need to see BJ and his goons do that because
Got
I gotta find Victor's wife. There's something else didn't happen, all this and that. So it's time for BJ. So BJ hunting and BJ and his goons got hired goons for a reason. So it's time to see these goons and BJ get active because there's some scary dudes. Calvin is 6'7" in real life. bandana has his whole head as a tattoo. Like these
Right.
some scary dudes in real life. So you got us, use
Okay.
us. Yeah, let us put some work in. And they started to pick up the season finale because
Mhm.
myself, my two goons, and Victor, we ran down on the guy in the parking garage. So it's
Lloyd.
starting to get it. Yeah, so they starting to. I think season two, Roman and BJ gonna be a whole lot more active. Cause that's just the way
Okay.
the story. That's just the way the story looked like it's going in that direction. So yeah, I got too many people paying me money to hurt people. Like I gotta be active. Two different people.
Okay. Okay.
Big bang, take little bang.
Big bang, take
Yeah.
little bang. Yeah.
Oh, that's funny. Wait.
What about okay, what about Victor, man? Like where would you like to see Victor going in season two? Because
Oh,
I mean they did there was a really good job doing illuminating you guys' character to kind of get a hint of who you are without
mhm.
totally, you know, d- exposing who you are.
Cool.
So
Yeah.
so it puts you in a position to go any number of directions. And so what where would you like to see Victor going?
Say what you gonna say, Lucas. I got something I'm gonna say after this.
Yeah, of course you do, BJ. um, I
Pizza.
one, I love the Victor has evolved. I've
Uh-huh.
seen that. I went back and watched the whole series twice. So I
Mhm.
see evolution. You said the word illuminate. I like that. I was just talking to Issa. Shout out to Casey too. She's behind the scenes. And you'll see her with a camera sometimes if you're on set with us, either doing photography or, lighting.
Mhm.
And when you said the word illuminating, it made me think about something like not to give too much away if anybody hasn't seen the show. The way she lit me up, um, it really it held the scene together. You know what I mean? It's like I didn't have to say much in one of the scenes,
Mhm.
um, but it was the way she lit me up. It showed the darkness. I feel like Victor, he's spiraling because he's hurting right now, but he's still trying to be in control of everything that he's in control of. Um, if if I want to see anything different about him, I feel like it's happening because he's dark, but I felt like I wanted to see an emotional side of him. There was a little bit of emotion from him in the finale. He's usually cool, collected, and controlling, but
Mhm.
I saw a part of him where he was, he kind of hurt a little bit.
He was a
Even
little bit
BJ trying to
vulnerable.
pull him,
Yeah.
yeah, BJ trying to pull him together, like, yo, come on, man, get it together. But that's he's been hit probably in a tender spot, and I feel like that's a good range for him. I play a lot of bad guys. Now I think about it, in stage plays I played the devil, and
Wow.
we did Once on This Island. There's four gods. They deal with the elements and they deal with the death of this child. I played the god of death, but even he had some emotion near the end. And so I like what's happening now with Victor because I feel like there's some range coming to him. It's like definitely we're showing emotional side of him. He ain't always cool and always in charge. Something to hurt this man. So
One thing about Issa, and one thing about Mark. It's
yeah,
crazy because right when I was saying to myself, I didn't tell nobody. I didn't say no cast member. I didn't tell nobody. But
yeah.
right when I started thinking, I'm like, yo, I got two characters, and there's a lot starting to play now. I need to be up here more, and they need to get more into my characters. Not being selfish, like, yo, I want to be on TV. I want to be on TV. That was probably like 5% of it, but it was just really like the storyline. As soon as I was thinking it, Issa and Mark started writing more. And like I was thinking that about Tony on the show. He's the
Mhm.
diesel one with the good hair and stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
His Mercedes boyfriend. Um, I was like, damn, I was like, Tony ain't really up here. He a good actor. You know what I'm saying? His storyline just wasn't really unfolding. And as soon as I thought that, Tony started getting mad burnt. His character started opening up, coming to play. I said, okay, they're my dog. So that goes back to them being visionaries. That's they foresee stuff and they got good vision with it, and they know it's like they got a little nick for when to direct a certain way, and it seems like every time it almost works.
Mhm. That's really dope. Can I give my opinion on the characters?
Please
Uh,
do, please do,
And hurt
please do.
hurt hurt his feelings all day long. Let's go.
nah. Listen. I watched them. I watched pretty much everything twice. I watched it all over again. I watched the finale twice, and I watched a lot of the episodes twice, and then I would fast forward to certain parts just to watch again and stuff like that. And I really, like I said, I really dig, the slickness of it. Um, the how everybody is for the most part is dressed up. You know what I'm saying? They clean or whatever. I I agree with you, BJ, on Mark. I think Mark's character, even though he's not a sucker, I think that he should take his hands off some of the dirty stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like it seemed like he was like doing stuff out in the open. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And you know what I'm saying? I feel like,
And that's what your security for.
yeah, right.
Yeah.
I agree with
I,
that.
well, I like the way you think.
I agree with that.
Mark, you watching it too, Mark. Mark, you heard what that man said. You watching this, man, so you better listen to him.
Yeah, yeah. I think that's dope. But you know what I think is dope too? I think like Mark didn't really dress up a whole bunch,
Mhm.
which to me is kind of dope because it's like,
Real people with money don't do that.
'cause- exactly,
Bill
exactly,
Bill Gates,
exactly,
Donald, they don't do that.
exactly. So he was a real what's the guy's name? Man,
Jeff Bezos? What?
no,
Just look at Jay-Z. Jay-Z worth over $1 billion. All he wear sweatsuits, look,
right,
maybe a button up
right.
every now and then. He don't wear no
I think
chains or jewelry, none of that.
right. I can't think of the guy. I can see his face in my head, but I can't think of the guy's name. But yeah, I think it's dope that he's like, whatever, you know what I'm saying? I'm a millionaire. I'll rock my sweatsuits, whatever. But
Mm-hmm.
again, um what they say, knock me out in broad daylight. Um uh yeah, I think his character should pull back more
From the dirty work.
now that he's got you. And Victor,
Mm-hmm.
I think that even even more, I think Victor can be even more vulnerable, especially now with his wife. Um, being, I want to see Victor slap about 10 more people. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? I need him. I need him to be reckless. You know what I'm saying? I need him to like, yeah,
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
to the point where BJ is like, yo, chill. You know what I'm saying? Like that. You know,
Uh-huh, uh-huh.
I need him to be like gangster, just for that time. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
BJ,
yeah, yeah.
BJ will start that car up, but BJ ain't gonna say chill. On camera or real life.
Let him off the leash. Let him off the
Yeah,
leash.
Right,
let him
Yeah.
go. Yeah,
right.
let him go.
I think it would be ill. I think it really would be ill to see you in that light because even now you too cool still.
Mm,
You too
mm.
cool still. Like I said, I need you to slap some people, man. I need you to like put some
Right,
hands
right.
in some people, bro. Like,
So,
yeah,
so I'm,
yeah.
I'm glad you say that too, because
Hey,
um, recent
I got an idea for
conversation,
Mark.
recent conversation, even with Issa, just I talked to him yesterday. So coming into season two, there's going to be a lot of some changes. We're going to grow. Of course, we learned a lot. I know there was a lot of learning with us as actors, but also on development side.
Mhm.
So we're going to delve into developing our characters not just on our own, but also together. So like how BJ and I interact, those are things we'll probably be able to work on more, the way we're going to do things, or how Mark and I interact. So um, there's going to be some things that's going to come up that's probably going to push us in that direction, and I
Right.
think they would naturally unfold because of the attention to detail now that we're going to be paying to this. I think we're going to be coming at this a little harder, no, a lot harder than what we just did. So this was cool, this was fun, but I
Yeah.
think we about to really dig in and get dirty. Yeah,
Hey,
Yeah.
I got one right. And I'm
yeah.
not gonna say this on camera. I'm gonna tell you when we get off. I tell both of y'all we get off. I ain't gonna say this on camera. I'm gonna say this and watch this happen on season 2, yo. Yeah, I swear the light bulb just went off. It just hit me, and it's gonna
Yeah.
make sense when I tell both of y'all when we get off the phone. Go ahead.
Okay.
Victor, I'm
All
sorry.
Okay.
right.
I'm sorry, Victor. Go ahead. I don't fire me,
No,
boss.
you good, brother. You good, brother. You know you good.
So do you
Tell you
so
what.
do you guys so do you guys seeing more characters being added, or is it going to be just the basic core coming
Well,
back for the next?
and with shows like this, especially series, if you pay attention to series, you're going to always have your core characters.
Mhm.
But I think we're going to see some fresh new faces that add to the story, help a story turn, help a story move forward. Um, but the core I think will always be there, and and those are the things that keep series going because people start to get, like you said, you heard people mentioning names like they was talking
Yeah.
about real people,
Right.
so
Right.
people are
Right. Right.
starting to know the core characters. The core characters I think will grow, and then we'll see new faces that will enhance the story. And who knows, we might even see faces. It just depends on what's supposed to happen. New faces that might become part of the core. So.
Mhm.
Um, and I think
Hey,
that's the wonderful thing about series. You see them grow and develop into something like that.
hey, bro, we need to get the cast together and really pull up to that barber shop, man, for showing love, man. Like get
That's for sure.
everybody. Little
Yeah,
Well,
Jeremy,
yeah,
the
right
girls,
now,
the guys, everybody.
right now,
yeah.
he actually is barbering out of his house right now. They doing a new. Him and his cousin are doing renovating a building.
Okay.
So he's right in his house right now.
As soon as
But
he
yeah,
get
man,
done,
they
you let us
definitely
know.
yeah, they definitely are locked in. They a lot of people are focused in. And I was telling Luther the other day, man, y'all are really. I hope that y'all understand. You know what I'm saying? What's actually happening and what's about to happen. I hope that Issa and Mark understand what's happening and what's really happening. What's really
Mm-hmm.
about to happen. You
Mm-hmm.
have a
They
you have
do.
a you have a black cast from an area that's not really hasn't really been touched on. You know what I'm saying? You got the Chicago's and the Miamis and the
The
Cali's
LA.
and the New Yorks and you know what I'm saying, all of that. But
Mm-hmm.
you're in an area that's not really touched on, and people sleep on this area. You know what I'm saying? And so
Yeah.
what you guys are doing is really really important. You know what I'm saying? It's really
Mm-hmm.
important for the area, and just for anybody who aspires to do what you guys are doing. It kind of makes
Right.
it more. It makes it more real. You know what I'm saying? If I'm sitting
I
in
got
Newport
you.
News and I want to be the next Denzel or whatever, I'm looking at shows on television, and it seems like it's a million miles away. But when
Mm.
you start, but when you start putting together things like what you guys have put together, if I'm aspiring to be that, I can look at that and say, okay, now I can do this. I can do it. It's real. Like it's attainable. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I don't have to go to LA. I don't have to go to Miami. I don't have to go to Chicago, because they're doing it right here. They're building a Black Hollywood right here. You
The
know what I'm saying?
Virginia.
Yeah.
So
The
this is a
Virginia.
this is a good this is a springboard, for whatever you want to do. And so, like, with that being said, like I said, I hope that you guys realize
Mm-hmm.
what you've done. You know what I'm saying? What you're going to do, because there's people that's waiting for season 2 already.
Right.
They already, like, I'm already asking y'all what y'all think y'all characters should be. You know what I'm saying? So if I'm like that, I know it's hundreds and thousands of people ready. They ready.
My
So,
Everybody on the cast. A guy when I was young, I was a little snot nosed. I was bad running around the streets, and a guy just saw me and pulled me over and gave me something that I never forgot for the rest of my life. And I was young, and all of the cast is crazy because when I look at all the cast, everybody has this same drive and the same ambition as what the dude told me. The dude told me, and it was crazy. It started off crazy, and I was getting offended. And the dude told me, he said some other stuff, and he was like, "Yo." He said, at the end of the day, when it's all said and done, he said, everybody got the potential to die twice. He said, but you're gonna be one of the people that only die once. So I'm thinking he pushing something back. I'm like, what do you mean? I'm like, what? So he was like, he said, everybody potential to die twice comes when a person takes their last breath, and then when somebody else, the last person that knows them, says their name for the last time. That's when people die twice. He said, but the greats, Muhammad Ali, Malcolm X, Rosa Parks, Arthur Ashe, all of them, they in school books, they in curriculums, they got monuments, they got museums named after them. The people will speak their name forever. They will live forever. So when they take their last breath, they only die once. We'll never forget their name. Everybody on this cast has this same drive, like that no one is complacent. Everybody wants to get better. Everybody pushes each other. We'll look at our old episodes and might not like some of the acting we did, and we try to bring it the next time. And that's a rare fire to find. And then to find it collectively in the group, it's the same. So I see nothing but whether you think you can or whether you think you can't. Either way, whatever you think your brain will manifest it. So whatever you think you're already right. And all of us feel that we can.
Wow. That's
hey,
good.
my wife, she's on watch, and I just saw her comment pop up.
She said, "Get off and go get them kids."
They better be
Don't
where
take
they
that trash
at.
out.
Yeah, she said something profound, which I think is cool. It's the fact that there's hope for this community. And I'm paraphrasing because the comment popped up and went away, but also the fact that it's showing that there's Black excellence here.
Absolutely.
And I got friends in ATL, and they tell me, especially if they're trying to get on, it's saturated there. There are a lot of people trying to act. It's like you got to know somebody, got to know who's who.
Exactly.
But the thing about what's happening here, it is excellence. I want to say that because excellence, you really never attain. You always work in the spirit of excellence, but you always push to get that. You never really just arrive. You know what I mean? You just get better and better and better. And what's the key thing about that is, and what keeps this alive is consistency. We're talking about season 2. That shows that we want to be consistent. So, shout out to Issa and Mark again. They got dreams, they got visions. And if that's how you thinking, if that's your mindset, to continue to be consistent, that goes along with the way I think every day. We was talking about one of the goons in one of the scenes, Calvin. That's my trainer, my workout partner. He talks that every day. He talks about consistency. People building things. When you want to build your body, you want to build good habits. All of that comes with consistency. You consistent, even with the hiccups, even with anything that you think might not be perfect. You stay
Never stop.
consistent.
Never
You'll
stop.
be all right. And then people will be attracted to that. People will want to help support and help grow your brand, So I definitely see Virginia as, that place. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I definitely see that.
We coming. Y'all on alert. Miami, New York, Cali, Texas. Y'all on
Matter of
alert.
fact, we here.
We coming. We here now. We coming.
And I've never learned that more than I have since I started doing this podcast, because this podcast definitely focuses on the independent artist. You know what I'm saying? Whatever it is, singer, actor, comedian. If you own a barbershop, you're a dentist, all of that. You know what I mean? It wasn't until I started doing this and I started interviewing all different types of people from this area, I just really realized, like you said, it's just a lot of talent, untapped talent that just hasn't hasn't been recognized for what it is, but it's absolutely here. And
I agree.
again, with Virginia, the drama series, I think that not only is it a good watch, a great watch, it's important. It's important for what it is on its face. Because like I said, there's so many people that aspire to do certain things, but because of where they are or where they feel like they are, to your point, BJ, where they feel like they are in their mind, they can't see
Yep.
themselves in that position. But you guys put it, you put it right there. So now I can actually put my hands on it. Because it's a character on there. I saw a guy on there that he sold me some sneakers before, so I know what I
Yeah,
mean.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm
I
like,
hope they were real.
yeah, no, well, it was at I think Foot Locker Finish Line.
Okay.
Finish line.
Finish Line. Yeah, I was like, yo, I remember that dude. He sold me some sneakers this summer. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yes, and that's the type of thing I'm talking about. You can touch these people. You can. It's familiar, and so that's
Man.
that's really dope. And I got Issa and Kimberly coming on next week to talk about the project some more. To kind of even take it more. I'm gonna put in a good word for you brothers. Yo, I need Roman and BJ and Victor to. Yo, I need more.
You need more actors. You need more actors. How to get it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I appreciate that.
Absolutely.
It's amazing too. And you mentioned, when you and I first connected, I looked and I was like, yo, we've been friends, Facebook friends for a while, but we hadn't connected. And then I looked through all the shows and everything that you had done, and I saw this, the same model, the MO, the consistency. So shout out to you for just actually giving a platform to people like this, people that are trying to do something. Ain't nobody putting us on, nobody's putting us in multi-million-dollar studios, and nothing against that. But this, when you talk about homegrown, this is this is something that everybody says, all right, cool, we're gonna work together. BJ just mentioned this about the premiere. There was no fights, a lot of black people in one place looking good. And it ain't fight, but they ain't gonna put that on the news. But we did it. It's there. The potential to be great at that level is already here, And so the way we just keep it is just to be consistent, just keep trying. It takes work, but we just got to keep pushing, I told Issa the other day, I said, as long as I got breath in my body, bro, I said, I'm gonna rock with you. Anything you doing, if you want to include me in it, I'm good with it. If I'm supporting from the sideline or behind the scenes or the wings, I'm still good with it because I see what you're doing. I'm a creative myself. We all are. And it's like, we got to take time out to support each other. Even if I'm not acting in your show, even if I'm not the main star of your show, can I support you? Can I, so
when your scene won't up in the garage, you were holding the microphone and everything.
Sir, yes. I gladly will do so. I will hold mics, hold lights, because I understand that it takes a team, and I want to see a good finished product, man. I want everybody to win,
That's what it's about. And my ultimate goal with this show too is to, okay, for instance, we're talking about, this production. It may be some camera people watching, some makeup people watching, some stylists watching. You know what I'm saying? That sees this and will want to get involved. Like I can think of, just personally from doing this podcast, I could think of at least 3 people in the area that do makeup and styling. Yeah. And that are dope at it. Like one in particular, she owns her own cosmetic company here in town. You know what I'm saying? That would be dope. You know what I'm saying?
But I know what you're talking about.
It's dope because I want, that networking to begin. You know what I'm saying? Like, so like I said, if you have somebody that's watching that that can contribute. Maybe, you know, somebody that acts. I don't know. Maybe somebody that writes. Somebody that does music. I don't know. But yeah, and it's my hope that from this interview and the one next week with Issa, and that, you know, will further the movement even more. BJ, I wanna talk to you about like the brief conversation that we had. Like, your journey has not been like some of us. You know what I'm saying? You had kind of a more challenging way to go. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying? You had brushes with the law and
yeah.
things of that nature. And from that you became an activist slash mentor and all this type of thing. Um, can you speak to that and how doing this project do they does it come together? Does it work together, or you know what I'm saying? Is that separate? Do they intersect? Like your art versus the activism and the mentorship. How does one affect the other? You know, however, can you speak to that?
Oh yeah, yeah. You know, I'm an open book, bro. I ain't got no secrets. Actually, and that's dope though. That's a. I've been asked a lot of questions. I ain't get asked like that. I like that. That's dope. Nah, my past and my present. See, I served 17 years in prison in real life, not on TV. My real life.
Wow.
I all the stuff that people see on my social media and stuff, all the things that I've been doing, the community events, the networking with politicians, and all of that stuff. I only been home 4 years. I did 17 straight. Only been home 4 years. I haven't been home 5 years, and it intersects in a good way because like now, and not even being funny, but now, and it's been good and bad. Sometimes people try to use me for like the poster child. Some with good
Mm,
intentions, some with bad intentions. How you can make mistakes and do bad things in your life, and then completely turn it around and do a 360. But I use it as my calling to stop some of the kids from walking the same path that I walk. Because
mhm,
honestly, like a lot of these kids nowadays, they think they tough and they think they can take this. They really not built for it. And then I see it in their actions and their mannerisms and hearing how they deal with their parents and stuff. So it's like it's my calling. Like I have to serve, I have to help, I have to prepare. If I
word.
have knowledge on certain things, I'm being selfish not to share it. Now, whether they listen to it and take it and use it, that's on them. But I have
Yeah,
to do
yeah.
my part. I have to do my part as a decent human to try to stop them from going through situations. And it's crazy because something bad that I went through and that was self-inflicted. Something that I did, a bad past, mistakes, all of that, ended up being a blessing that's catapulting my future.
Mm,
Because a lot of people, some people some people actually I thought they was clapping for me, and they really wasn't. They thought I was gonna
mm,
come home and fail. And then some of those same people are like my greatest fans now. So I take the good with the I take the good with the bad. I keep it with a humble heart, and the more I stay grounded and stay humble and stay driven and trying to help, the blessings is coming, man. And it's like it gets to the point of overwhelming. And my mother told me, she said, baby, she said, when you gonna stop and pat yourself on the back? Cause she was like, what you
mm,
done haven't been done before. She was like, you doing so much. And then when she said that, I just told her straight up. I said, Mom, you still got work to do. I can't stop now. I can't pat
Wow.
myself on the back. I said, pat me when I'm in my casket. I got work to do. Like Vic said, when as long as I got breath in my lungs, I feel there's nothing on this earth I cannot do. If it's a 1% chance that something can be done, I'm gonna bet on me. I think I'm that 1%, and that's just my mindset. My
That's
mindset
dope.
will not allow me to just settle or be complacent. And I want everybody with me that I know to come along with me and take that journey in their own lanes or with me. I just want to see that. That brings me pleasure, and it works.
wow. Wow.
BJ,
Wow.
BJ, you an anointed dude. I don't know if you've been told this, but you are anointed. Um, you got a lot of presence. You got a lot of strong presence in you. So the thing that I believe, and if I'm wrong, gotta correct me. But I see it, not just from what you're saying now, but I saw this before. You have an energy that has to be spread. and you have an energy that has to be shared, you will probably most definitely keep some young child out of jail, keep some young child from killing another young child. I see that because of the anointing that's sitting on you, man. It's on you for real, for real.
Absolutely.
Man, look, man, I play a killer on TV and
Play.
and a retired thug in real life, man. Don't make me cry on social media, man. Go ahead,
Listen,
man.
it's
Appreciate
on
that,
you,
bro.
my brother. Yeah. When me and BJ first got on set together, I felt his presence. I was like, oh, what Jay called you? Jeremy said a pet bear, but he's really a
Hey,
teddy bear. He's
and that was not in the script.
hey, a
Yeah.
lot of what you
Episode
see
six,
ain't in the script.
episode six, when Jeremy was sitting in that car and he said,
Yeah.
"Man, yeah, I got the Mark, but Mark had old big old pet bear with him." That was not in the
Right.
script. They did not write it. That was just the family bond that the cast have, you know.
Listen, shout out to Jeremy Wade. Yo, he's another up and coming. Hey, he's gonna be dope. I promise
Oh,
you. He. I want to see him not just growing in this, but I want to see him with other projects. He's dope. Him, Will down in Florida. I hope he come back soon. But this cast is just dope. Period. Period.
hold on, real
Yeah.
quick. Hold on, real quick, Lou.
So
I got to say
yeah.
this about Jeremy, and this something that you said too, Mike.
Mhm.
This about the cast and how everybody meshed together and jailed together. How it's almost like a family thing. Jeremy's expecting a child, first child, him and his lady. He brings his
Mhm.
lady on set. And this is what made me link to Jeremy and made me really open up even more. So in between sets, this young guy in his 20s will go to his girl, give her a hug, give her a kiss, bend down and start rubbing on the belly and talking to his
Yeah.
unborn child in between
Yeah.
sets.
Wow.
And then get back on camera, and this boy's in his 20s. And when I seen that, like, I said, yo, I said, man, I love you for life, yo. Like, that's some real grown man stuff and at a young age. And that was just like the dopest thing I've ever seen in my life. And like for that, like that shows the bond of the cast and how genuine everybody, not just one person, not Lou, not me, not Issa. No, the whole
The
cast is
whole crew.
genuine
Yeah.
people in their own rights
Mm-hmm.
with what they doing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's super dope. Everybody has their own story, and it brings a different element to the project as a whole, and that's really
It makes it
dope.
great. Yeah, you're right. It makes it
Really
dope.
dope.
Yes,
What
sir.
uh what uh what do you think that just this whole process has it brought anything out of you guys that you didn't realize was there before? Like, is there a talent or a gift or something that you didn't realize going in, but then in the midst of the project, it brought it to the forefront?
Me, I'm good. I'm good by myself. I'm good being
Mm,
alone. I got people that have been in my life for 30 years. That's my brothers and my sisters. But I was in prison for 17 years. So I was alone. I was good by myself.
mhm,
But being on this cast, it made me feel like I had a purpose to be with
mm,
these people. Like
right.
I said, yo, it was aligned in the stars. Like my everything was already preordained in my life.
Mm,
This did not happen by accident. This was not
right.
coincident. This happened the exact way it was supposed to. I was supposed to go to prison and do 17. I was supposed to come home only 4 years and meet this cast and meet these people and be a part of this. Like this was
Mm,
supposed to happen. This was meant to be. And it made like a sense of purpose. Like I'm here now. Now this is my other part of my family. Let's do work. Let's do great things. I got a bunch of powerful people, and I've made more mistakes than the people in the cast like far as like reaching out to them for I do a whole lot of stuff in the community and sometimes I get distracted. So I was
mhm,
supposed to reach out for more things, and include them. But like some things were literally last minute, like a couple of days. But anytime we say we're gonna do something and go support some, they there. Sometimes people can't gotta work, but for the most part, everybody there supporting each other, supporting the events, doing this and the third. And that's you can't fake chemistry, you can't fake love, you can't fake realness. Like
wow.
all
That's true.
in the day, it
Yeah.
all
Absolutely.
show itself.
Love is
Wow.
love. Yeah. Sure. Sure. Yeah. Yeah. I like that.
What about
I'm
you? What
sorry,
about
yo.
you?
I don't get to talk much on camera, so I'm just talking the whole interview.
It's coming out.
My bad, Lou.
Listen,
Yeah, you gonna
listen,
listen to
do
me
your
tonight,
thing,
Lou.
bro. Do your thing. Do your thing, bro. Do your thing. Do your absolute thing, bro.
No, I'm
Hey,
just
when
joking,
you told
bro.
me BJ was gonna be on this, I knew this was gonna happen anyway. I know
Yeah.
BJ. I love you, BJ. You know I do, brother. I do.
Absolutely, bro. You my dog.
Yes, sir.
Listen,
Forever, forever,
your
brothers.
story is important. Like people need that,
Yeah.
especially people that can relate to your situation. You know what I'm saying? Like you speak to the ones that the have-nots. You know what I'm saying? The ones that that were getting it and maybe still getting it.
Yeah,
The way in that
yeah.
way. So,
That
like
what
I
the
said,
lady said at the event. That what the lady said at
yeah,
the event. She said, "Yo,"
mhm,
she said, "so many men go to prison and come home, and then they don't do the right thing, and they go back, or they get to selling drugs, they get to
mhm,
hanging with the gangs, or being in the streets and all this and that." She said, "You don't know. You give so many people hope." And
right.
I never thought about it. 4 years, almost 5 years. That's something I never thought of because I'm working. I'm trying to keep moving. I'm trying to keep doing more stuff. And I was like, wow. And like, for some reason, I keep almost starting to cry for like 2022. I don't know what's wrong with 2022, but I almost cried like 7 times. I'm sick of it.
Let me tell you, bro. Let me tell you, bro, and I'm gonna let Lou go. Let me tell you this. It's a misconception that tears are a form of vulnerability or weakness. And I'm gonna tell you this. When I was a kid, bro, you was good until I started crying. If I
Uh-oh.
started crying,
Watch out.
you better run, bro.
Yeah,
Because
you might.
that's when I'm ready to get it. I'm not ready to get it until I've shed a few tears. I
Right,
start
right.
crying. You know what I'm saying? So
You know what?
Yes,
listen,
sir.
I
I'm
get
gonna
it.
say
Yes, sir.
something on your podcast. I'm gonna say something on your podcast that I never said to anybody. I'm gonna say this now. Crazy part about it, bro, and not even on no tough guy stuff. Like sometimes I feel like I want to cry. I feel like I need to cry because
Yeah,
some of the stuff I've been through would break down the strongest of people. But for
yeah.
whatever reason, like the tears don't drop, and like I can count on one hand how many times I've cried, and I've been through real stuff. 17 years in prison. My father was killed. My sister, my blood sister, died from diabetes. Well, as soon as
Mm,
I got locked up, I come home, do everything that the people asked me to do, and do it their way. Follow the law. Don't break the law. And the people still try to fight. Instead of them fixing a wrong that they made on their end, they didn't even have to apologize. I didn't even want to apologize. Just correct the situation.
mhm.
Instead of them just correcting the situation, they was ready to violate me and send me back to prison for 33 more years on top of the 17 I did. And I literally did nothing wrong. And this ain't
Wow.
me, like some people add and make a story more. No, this is facts. It's 100% facts. So like it's been a lot of time where I felt like I needed to cry. And they right
Mhm.
there in my eyes. But for some reason they just wouldn't drop. And yeah, I
Mhm.
salute whoever can cry. Like, teach me, man. I need to get some of this out.
I was trying to cry in that last scene, me and you had to give it in the crowd. I couldn't get it this right. I was trying to get it up. Ugh.
You see Jeremy. Jeremy's so crazy. The one we were talking about, the rub on the baby stomach, talking about I
Yeah,
cry and laugh at the same time. That boy funny, man.
yeah. So I'm sorry, Mike. What was your question for me? I'm sorry, brother.
uh, what was something that you found out about yourself during this process that you may not necessarily have um, knew about yourself prior to going in? Like, maybe it's a hidden talent or just a personality trait that you didn't really notice until you started, doing this project.
Um, well, it's a little different for me with that because I'm coming off of multiple projects. But this one is different because it is a web series versus theater or film. Um, but if there was anything game, that was new, was more, I guess, the strength to grow. Um, because you can get complacent, you can get comfortable, you know. So I'm finding, if this makes sense, I'm finding new strength, and I think that's the doing part a lot to everybody that's working on this project because it's so many different people, but it's like the different vibes, the different energies, they're all good, and then collectively we make one good vibe, one good energy. So I'm finding new strength, if I could say that, to keep pushing, to do this thing that I love doing this. But this I don't feel, oh, I don't feel tired of this, or I don't feel like, oh, this is getting old, or this is, I feel fresh, like I just, the same feeling I had when we started day one of any filming I did with the other films or any shows I've been in, day one. It feels like a day one to me. Even right now, even though season one is wrapped, it still feels like a day one to me because the energy and the strength that I've gotten from this is there. It's very present. So, that's what I pulled away from this. Um, I want to grow and discover new things about myself. I mentioned, I want my character to have some more range, and I know that will come out in the development of what I do with how we work together. But I see more now that I am going to relax, be who it is, come out of who he is at the time, the character, come out of their character when it's time to come out, but when it's time to go back in, eat. My man Dana Hubbard, he was our the director of the plays that I played in and actually starred in a lot of his plays too. He used to say, don't have any regrets, leave it all on the stage. And I gotta apply that here too, not just in theater, but apply it also when I'm on camera, when it's on, when it's action, I'm gonna give it all I got. That way, what I do is definitely beneficial for the team, for the set, for the crew, for the whole project. I don't want to be and I'm not calling anybody out saying that somebody is this, but I don't want to be a problem for the set. I don't want to be the weakest link. I want to
Right.
be,
Yeah.
if
Yeah.
anything, part of the grease that keeps this train going.
Right.
And
Right.
so if I do my part, cool. I just want to get stronger in that, and I want to get better at my craft. I want to get better at what I'm doing, and help be a part of this. This is historic for us, actually. We said that word a lot during the premiere. It's historic, and I really want that to stick. We here, and I see history being made. Definitely.
So,
I,
um,
Dope.
I gotta
we,
I gotta say something before I get ready to go. 'Cause I gotta get up like 4 or 5 o'clock in the
4 o'clock in the
morning.
morning.
yeah,
I gotta get up.
I was gonna
So,
wrap it up. I got like one more question for. Go ahead though.
no, every time people do interviews, they get like the shameless plugs. So I was about to plug in all our stuff. That's what I was about to do before I go. Well, go ahead, do your question. I got time for the
Okay.
question.
Okay. This is the last question, and then I'm gonna give y'all kind of the floor to promote whatever whatever. Okay. This is a question that I ask all my guests. And when I ask it, I want you guys to take a moment, think about it, and give me the most honest and transparent answer that you can give me. All right. Here's the question: what would have to happen in your life if it hasn't happened already for you to consider your life a success? What does success look like for you specifically?
Generational
Wow.
wealth. Generational wealth. A lot of people say they're rich. If rich saying you rich to a wealthy person, you look like a broke man. Generational wealth. My grandkids, my great grandkids, they should never have to work off my efforts and my labors and what I do now. I would teach them how to be a man. I would instill the laws of the values is passed down through my generations of my bloodline. But if they didn't want to work, they wouldn't have to because of the work I put in now. You know what I'm saying? So I say generational wealth and leaving a legacy that never be forgotten and the right legacy. Like I feel if I'm not remembered when I'm gone for the good, for my humbleness, for my heart, and for trying to help people bring them on, I didn't live right, and I didn't do my purpose.
Mm-hmm.
Mm, mm.
Awesome.
Wow. Wow.
Awesome.
So BJ said the word that I was thinking that, when you asked that question, definitely want to leave a legacy. I want, and not just for my family, because we're surrounded by so many great people who are, um, in the eyes of somebody else, might be just some regular smuggler people, but to me, they all are rock stars. We are surrounded by so many creative people that go beyond the scope of our family. I would love to see all of us grow together, become wealthy together, successful together. The success would be uh, not only my family, but your family, all of our families, at a whole different level of life, living happy, living comfortably, healthy, um, and not just even that, but also in a good mindset, good spirit. If your mind is good, your mind's not broken, we can attain all of that. And I would just love to see that for everybody that's around us. Yeah, not just for me and mine, but everybody be touched. To me, that's success. Our anywhere I go and I say I know you, I know such and such, I know Mike Robinson, I know BJ, I know Issa, I know Mark, whoever, Jay, everybody that we know, I would love to see up. I would never want to see half of us up and some of us down. Success is all of us coming up. Yeah.
Wow. Wow. Okay. Well, listen, guys. Even even after all this that we've spoke about and stuff like that, I still feel like we barely scratched the surface. But
Yeah,
however,
I mean, you got to get
however,
us up here again.
yeah, absolutely.
See, this is when you
However,
I would
bring us
love
up.
that.
You bring us up, we're gonna give you a sneak peek right now. Breaking
Part
news.
two.
No. We doing season 2. We definitely doing season 2.
No. I'm talking part two of our interview.
Part 2 of our interview. We're doing
Yeah.
season 2, but we actually got a movie about to take place. So you can
okay.
bring us up here after that. And it ain't about Virginia, but it's still pretty much the same cast. So
Yes, sir. Okay.
you can bring us back up here part 2 for after that.
Absolutely. It's a date. Absolutely. Um, so you guys, I thank you for coming out. I thank y'all for just being so transparent and everything. Is there anything that you want to, put out to the public that you want them to know or want them to see or
Oh yeah,
you
yeah,
want?
yeah. Um,
Hold on, Lou. Let the old head get it. Let the old head get this one. So hold on.
wait, you hear
Hold
who
on.
saying who they the old head, right?
I'm gonna be the old head for this one. Let Father Time get this one. All right.
Go ahead,
So
go ahead, BJ.
So I had people, no, I had people tell me that they tried to get on YouTube to watch our series and it was hard for them to pull it up. Some people found it easy. So I'm gonna tell everybody the easy way to find the series. So you type in Virginia series. And when you type in Virginia series, it'll automatically pop up. And you can go further detail Virginia series and type episode 1, 2, 1 to 7, whatever you want to see. Follow us, Lou LU underscore Che, CHEY, Facebook,
AY. Uh-huh.
AY.
Uh-huh.
I'm trying to support my brother, man. Come on, man.
No, you're
Uh,
doing good. I just thought you said EY. You're doing
I
good.
put you before
Continue.
me. Issa Bolden Films, Issa Bolden Films, Mark LeVar Fit. They have those are the directors. They have a lot of content, and my Instagram and Facebook is the same name, Henry BJ Estes, Estes, and it's all together one word. My page is public. I ain't got nothing to hide. Get up there, look, do your thing, But the series, Virginia series on YouTube, and you'll find everything.
Absolutely.
Word. I was gonna
Go
say
ahead, Lou.
that
I
too,
want time to
BJ.
tell you.
No,
No, don't say
no, you
nothing.
you good. You good, brother. I was gonna say that, and I'm glad you did mention the series, how to find it. Yes, East of Boulder Films. That is the channel, Virginia series, drama series. Um, and also please subscribe and like the channel as well.
Yes,
Please
sir.
Also, if
subscribe.
you're
Please like. Please follow.
yes,
Please share.
yes.
Please tell a friend. Please
Go ahead,
tag
BJ.
people in it. When we make the posts on the page. Get up there, tag some of your people up there that you really want to see to get them
Yeah.
involved in it. Tag business people who might have, like he said, he know people to do stylists and all that. Tag them
Yeah.
in the stuff. Film people. Makeup. Let's network, man. Let's network. Let's do this in Virginia so everybody can take off and people can reach their dreams and goals a lot faster.
Yes,
We get
sir.
there faster. We do it together with no egos.
Yes,
Also
sir.
on Instagram, VA Drama Series, VADRAMASERIES, VA Drama Series. If you follow that link or that page on Instagram, you probably will see all of us that are connected
Yep.
to the web series as well. East Bolden, Mark Lamar, the
All
rest
the
of us,
ladies.
BJ, all the ladies, all the fellas. Shout out to the whole cast,
Dude,
the
he
whole
laughing.
crew. Yes, sir. Everybody. Lottie, Dottie, and everybody.
Oh, you making me wish I never said that, man.
No, I'm just saying though, man. Look, we got some fly melanin kings in the episodes in the series. We got some
Yeah.
fly Nubian queens like everybody put on. Like we like you said, melanin magic, black excellence.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
cast is this is a beautiful cast. We are still looking cast. You know.
I saw Issa posted in the comments. He's like, all the ladies are sexy. I was like, okay, all right.
Issa said it.
I wasn't trying to. It wasn't trying to say that they were not. They all, everybody in there is bad. All of them are bad.
I
It's
just
just
want to shout out
I was speaking in reference to the characters
the
themselves.
characters. Of course.
They were more prominent. They were prominent in the character, not necessarily.
I just want to say though. I want to say Deidre Chambers. She's sexy. I just want to say I want to shout that out, and we don't get in trouble when I get off of this daggone podcast. Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, I guess we know who won't be in season 2.
Right. You might not make it to season.
Yeah, I'll be at your funeral, homeboy.
Listen, I know how to behave here in this house. I know the rules.
Yes, sir.
When I'm here, yeah. That's number one right there. And the rest of the girls on the cast, they nice.
Yeah, good save.
So we get off. I have to go see the queen.
Hey, you better log off expeditiously.
Right.
Just drop the
I hope
phone
you got some flowers or something sitting next to you or something.
Wait a minute. Yeah, we always ready, you know.
Oh my God. Okay.
I gotta keep it light. Oh no, what she say? They might never find his work wife.
Wow. Log off. Time for him to go.
Yeah. I see that now. Okay.
Real wife
fault, y'all. My fault.
No, you good.
I apologize.
You good. Hey, trust me, the wife has a good sense of humor. She tough though. Shout out to her. She's another creative.
She's dope.
Another actress too, by the way. Actress, writer, playwright. She does it all too. And a dope chaplain, by the way, too. Yeah, I know this show ain't about you, D, but I'm talking about you. All right. Yeah.
Well, guys, man, I really wanna thank you guys again for coming on. We usually only go an hour, but this time we went an hour and a half almost. But
thank you.
It's all right. If it's flowing and the conversation is good and it's interesting and everything like that, don't matter. But I want to thank you guys for coming on and being so transparent and sharing, your experiences and stuff like that. And I know I've learned a lot, and I know that whoever chooses to watch now or the replay, I'm sure they're learning too. I want to thank everybody.
How can they watch the replay? How can the people pull this episode up and watch the replay?
Good question. Not only will I share it to each one of you guys' Facebook page, you can go on YouTube and type in "Let's Take a Walk," featuring BJ Estes and Luther Chambers, or vice versa. I don't remember which one, but vice versa.
I like it that way better.
But yeah,
you see what I got to deal with, right?
Right. But yeah, again, I just want to tell y'all thank you, man, and I want to encourage you guys to keep doing what you're doing. Keep doing. If you have the opportunities to do platforms like this, I encourage you to keep doing it. Keep putting that name out there, Virginia Drama Series, because I'm definitely gonna do it. Because what you're doing is definitely important. It's important for the city. It's important for the culture. So, just keep on doing that. And shout out to Issa Bolden and Mark. What's Mark's last name?
Mills. On Facebook and Instagram. On Facebook and Instagram, his page is Mark LeVar. But his last name is Mills, Mark Mills.
Okay, shout out to Mark Mills / LeVar. Shout out to Issa Bolden. Shout out to all the characters, men and women. You're all beautiful people.
Everybody, yes.
You all are equally beautiful people.
Yes, totally.
And again, you guys, what you guys are doing is very, very, seriously, is very, very important. So keep doing what you're doing. And shout out to Issa. I'm gonna I'm a shout out. I'm gonna reach out to my friend that I mentioned earlier about the cosmetics line and stuff, and I'm gonna hook you up with that information, and maybe y'all can connect on some level, for the next thing, and just
Does
do it
her,
like
does
that.
her, does her first name start with an M? Because I know somebody that has that.
Say it again.
Does her first name start with an M? Because I know somebody in that.
No, her name is Ebony Capri. You can go to her page, Ebony Capri, Capri. She owns a company called Ideal Glam. She
Mm-hmm.
does makeup for weddings. She does makeup for music videos. She does makeup for if you just want to go out on a date. She'll come to your house and do your girl up before you go out on a date. She does it all, and she's dope
Oh,
at it.
that's dope. That's dope.
You know what I'm saying? So again, her name is Ebony Capri. Check her out,
I
and
see her. I'm on the page
and
now.
see what see what she's doing or whatever. And like I said, you guys maybe y'all could connect or whatever. I'm sure she would love to do that. But
Right.
again, man, I'm not gonna hold you guys any longer. But I thank you guys again. I really appreciate everything that you've done and everything that you're doing and everything that you're going to do. Thank
Thank
you
you
in
for having
advance
us,
for what you're
brother.
going to do. Um,
Very appreciative. Thank you.
and I
Thank
definitely
you.
will keep my ears and eyes peeled for season 2. And if there's any after show parties or get-togethers, listen.
Hey, you know what? I just thought of that. You know how they you know stop my daughter. You,
Don't get in no
after the
more
big
trouble.
shows, there's always that after, I can see that with you, Mike,
Yeah,
on this platform. Hey,
yeah.
that could be a
I would
thing.
love to.
Let's do it.
I would absolutely
And
love to do like a red carpet or something for that. That would be
ooh,
super
yes.
dope.
I'm gonna
Come
say
So
on, let's
I'm gonna say
go.
something before I get off. I want to say something before I get off. And this one, this is first to everybody that supported us, to everybody that loved us, and everybody that shared the post and commented and did the barbershop talk like Mike walked up on from the bottom of my heart. And I'm pretty sure I can speak for everybody else with this. I thank you. We thank you because that's a blessing. Because we wouldn't be doing what we doing if it wasn't for the feedback and the views from y'all. And then the second thing I want to say, that was for the people that love and support us. This is for the doubters, the naysayers. I ain't gonna say haters. We just say we can keep PG-13, the doubters and the naysayers. We thank y'all as well because each one of us are our own independent bosses, and we are the type that when you hate or when you doubt, we go hard. So it's a lot of that been going on, and by the time they finally believe, it'll be too late because they're gonna have to book us. So I thank y'all too.
Uh,
wow, that's
ah,
cool.
wow.
Okay. Well,
That
I
was
just
BJ
All
and
right.
Roman speaking.
yeah, I want to leave you guys with this. I heard Mike Tyson say recently, right? He said, I'm paraphrasing because I'm not gonna say. He said, "Strive to be good, not great," because he knows a
Mm,
lot of great people that ain't good.
ain't good. Ooh, yes, you're right. You did say that.
Mm, mm,
Mm.
So
mm.
keep that in mind, man. And I definitely appreciate y'all. And like BJ said, man, I would love to have you guys on again. When the other projects come out, I would love to help you promote it and what I'm saying, get the attention out there. Absolutely.
Man, just hit me
Thank you,
up.
Mike.
Tell me when. I'm there, bro.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Mike.
All
Thank you,
right.
Thank y'all,
Mike.
man. It's been epic too, man. I appreciate this.
Yes, sir. Well, you guys have an awesome night, man, and an awesome rest of the week, man, and keep doing what you're doing, bro.
BJ going to bed.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, bro.
Yeah.
I appreciate you, man. Thank you, man. Blessings to you, my friend. Thank you, Mike.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
You have a good
All
one.
right.
Yo. So that was another great interview with BJ Estes and Luce. Some of y'all might know him as Luther Chambers. Shout out to Issa Bolden and Mark LeVar, the producers of Virginia, the drama series. Look, man, if you haven't seen it, check it out, man. It's infectious, bro. It's like once you watch one episode, you're gonna watch you guaranteed to watch another one and another one and another one till it's over. till it's the end. So keep Virginia the drama series, Virginia the drama series. Go on YouTube, check it out. See some of these, all of these talented sisters and brothers out here doing their thing and repping for VA. And even if you're not from VA, check it out for the culture. Check it out for your brothers and sisters. And even if you're not a man or woman of color, check it out. Anyway, let's support our independent artists, man. Let's support our independent artists who create opportunity instead of waiting for opportunity to fall in their lap. They create their own. And that's important. That's what it means. That's what it's about. So I encourage any and everybody, tell a friend to tell a friend. Virginia, the drama series. Type that in the search engine of your YouTube and just watch away, man, and be blown away. Be blown away by what you see. And with that being said, man, I'm gonna sign off, man. But I thank everybody that saw fit to come on and put their 2 cents in, the comments and questions and things of that nature. I really appreciate that. That's why I do this. And hopefully some great connections can be made, man, and something was learned here today. So with that being said, man, I'm gonna let y'all go because I know y'all gotta go to work tomorrow. I gotta go to work tomorrow too. I ain't even gonna, act like I don't. But with that being said, good night, y'all. Let's take a walk.